Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us today in this webinar on crowdsourcing business intelligence. Such a subject that is, everyone is speaking about crowdsourcing, but no one really is utilizing it in the enterprise level or even in the business intelligence solutions. And us as vendors, we should be pushing this concept into analysis of data. So I believe you're going to enjoy this brief webinar. I will try to make it a 15-minute webinar so I don't lose you along the way, and I think you're going to enjoy it. So before starting, just a little bit about our company and why you should be listening to us. We're a known visionary and a thought leader with more than 20 years in the market. We actually sold the OLAP, what is known to as analysis services, to Microsoft. We were the first developing analytics in the cloud with Google. And now we're doing top-of-the-edge product that has a unique value proposition. We're continuing to innovate. We have thousands of customers all around the globe across all the major verticals. We're seen as a very strong performer, as a thought leader in the market. Now, as you guys know, we live in exponential times, endless amount of data, multiple data sources, and the wealth of information could be overwhelming to make the right decision at the right time, on the right data, with the right people. And when I say with the right people, it's very important because today what happens is that the most important person is the farthest away from the data. And at the end of the day, they receive big fat reports, and in these big fat reports, they don't have insights. And when they are able to find these insights from these big fat reports, then they need to start to take actions on it, and that's the hard part. Now, what we're pushing, actually, we're telling users, look, you need solutions that provide automatic insights. And not just that, automatic insights that actually push you to collaborate. So utilize crowdsourcing. So imagine a solution that can actually provide you business insights from the data, aligning all the teams in order to make the right decision with the right insights, with the right colleagues to make those decisions. So, you know, today everything is about crowdsourcing. If you think about it, guys, we're socializing crowdsourcing. Our homepage in Facebook is completely crowdsourced. We see the things that interest us, the things that are related to us, the things that are in our interest, the things that Facebook believes because of our usage that we should be looking at. We're actually shopping with crowdsourcing. If you go to the Amazon store, Amazon will tell you, look, people like you bought these books, or because you're looking to this book, you should buy this other book. We're actually also investing in crowdfunding platforms, or like our crowd Kickstarter, with crowdsourcing. Now, collaboration is critical in organizations. So I wanted to take that concept of crowdsourcing in Amazon, in Facebook, in Kickstarter, or our crowd, and take the concept and try to take it to BI. How can we actually utilize collaboration to actually provide insights that are argumented with the whole team or the whole organization, or as many people that are relevant to those decisions? Now, with that, I want to jump into a short story that will explain what do I mean by crowdsourcing in business intelligence. So I'm the CEO of a company, and usually I enter every day, my day by day, right? I want to see an overview dashboard, and very fast I can see that we're having problems in Africa, that we're doing very well in Europe, and that we're not achieving targets in my revenue for Q2. Now, what usually will happen in different solutions is, like, I will take this subject out, I will contact the VP sales through email, and then I will try. Now, the problem is that I'm seeing the data now, but the data will change the next day. So maybe that we will be in target after that, but we want to know that we weren't in target before, so it doesn't happen again. So what we're actually pushing is actually crowdsourcing inside the BI solution, inside BI, the BI world. And what we're having here is actually the solution is telling you these are the most relevant people because of usage, because of interest, because they are your colleagues, and they have been looking at this data that is similar to this, they should be discussing with. So I will take here, for instance, Eric Crawford, which is my VP sales, and I will start a conversation in Necto, in the same context. Now, the important thing of this, in the same context of this collaboration, comes here. That I have a tag. So when Eric receives an email with this notification, he will enter into Necto, or the solution, see the workboard, and if he clicks in that tag, he will actually get the same image I'm getting now. So the discussion actually on context, because he will see exactly what I'm seeing when I started this discussion. Now, Eric will arrive here and will say, okay, so I have to analyze to provide arguments to the CEO. So actually, Eric will go to an typical analysis dashboard. And, you know, typically, a lot of solutions have graphs and charts. But, you know, for business users and for analysts, very hard sometimes to focus, because you have so many columns and so many tables. So we need solutions that automatize the business insights so they can take actions on them. So what we design here is a one-click insight button. What it does is actually find insights that are relevant to the user. And now you can focus your time on saying, look, there was a decrease in cameras for June 2014. Now the next action, right, because it doesn't finish here the insight. It will be to find out what happened, what has happened. Is it because there was a decrease in specific sales of specific cameras, or because of a manufacturer, or because of a salesperson? Now, here the crowdsourcing of Necto starts being very strong, and what we do here is we will click, and Necto will start to find the most relevant people that affected this decrease in cameras for June 2014. Now, the nice thing of this is that we're keeping the context. We're discussing with the relevant people that we should be discussing to actually get to the right solution of it. And not just that, we actually can start a discussion about the problem with those people. And as I said before, here is a tag. So he will be looking at the same picture or snapshot that I'm seeing right now if he presses there. So the conversation is in the same single context. Now, the next thing that I will do, I started a conversation with Adam. I see that there was a problem. He was the most relevant people because I saw the decrease was mainly because of him. Now, I want to continue, and I want to find the root cause and effect of this decrease. So what I will do right now is press cause and effect. And what Necto will do is actually find me the 4 most relevant tables that affected this decrease. So we see types of cameras, we see regions, we see manufacturers. Now, the nice thing here is that, yeah, we have a lot of reasons why it happened. But if we want to continue analysis, right now it would be a little bit of block if we find it in other tools. Now, Necto does here crowdsourcing in its nature. What it does, it shows the advisor. So it tells you, look, Jack, users who viewed this also viewed that. So remember the example of Amazon that told you if you are buying a book, they're telling you, Jack, people like you bought this book, so you maybe should buy it. Or because you are looking at this book is similar to it. So Necto does the same. Users who viewed this, so people like me or people that have seen insights like me, he's recommending me what to do next. But also he's telling me similar workboards, because I may be interested in workboards that are connected to this because of data, because of the interest, because of the tax. Now, with that, I'm sure that I explained you very fast the value of crowdsourcing and collaboration intelligence. I like to leave some time for questions. Usually we we allow 4 to 5 questions if they're global. If they're too personal, we will answer to them after. So I will now get questions. Okay, great question. Someone here is asking me, yeah, great the crowdsourcing, But what happens the first day that Necto doesn't understand me or that it hasn't seen me utilizing the tools? So that's a great solution. So behind the scenes, Necto actually has an algorithm that is divided like in 3 parts. One part is your interest graph. So when you create your profile or when your profile is created by someone, you can add along the way, of course. You put the interest, the things that interest you. So for instance, if you sell cameras, you will put cameras and sales. You are doing wealth management, then you will put wealth management as the interest. So as you enter in Facebook and you put your hobby is listening to Bob Marley, for instance, so it's the same in Necto. You can provide Necto that argument. Then Necto understands who are your colleagues, who is the people that are friends of you. Because in Necto you also have your friends, your colleagues, the people that you are actually working with. So we're actually understanding with that people, with their usage as well, what you're doing and what they are looking at. Third is, of course, the usage. Now, as you said before, the first day, Necto won't be as smart. But the more you utilize Necto, the smarter the solution becomes. And that's the beauty of it. The crowdsourcing that utilizes all the algorithm and is actually providing you better insights the more you use the solution. Okay, next question. Not this one. Okay. Great question. Okay, and here they're asking me again to put into context what I said of Amazon. So let me repeat the story of Amazon, and I will put it into the context of business intelligence. Now, Amazon, what they do is crowdsourcing in its roots, right? Like you go to Amazon and you want to buy a book or any type of thing, because today Amazon you can buy anything. And Amazon is recommending you things along the way, that you're deciding to put things in your cart, that you're just looking at things. So Amazon does 2 things. First of all, it shows you similar things to what you're looking now, but also understands your profile from your visits or because it understands it has the algorithm behind, your gender specific, and tells you, look, people of your demographic also saw this book, and you should be buying it. So we took that same concept into BI. So what I mean is the following. We tell the user, look, your colleague, which is in your department, is looking at this insight. And you have access to that insight as well. So maybe you are interested in seeing that insight. And not just that. You should add to that conversation Adam, because Adam is also part of this, has relationship with this specific insight. So with that, you create an ad hoc team that Necto pushes you to create through the crowdsourcing, understanding the usage of the user, the interest of the users, the usage of the users. I hope that makes sense. 1 second, here is a question. Can you can you provide a specific example where this led to a better? Okay, so here they're asking me if I can provide a specific example where this led to a better business decision. So I think the best thing that I can say is to provide a personal example that I have done with Necto, right? My marketing department, we do really hundreds, for not saying thousands every week or every month, let's say. Now, sometimes, because a team is big, you don't know who is the relevant person to speak with at that specific moment. And not just that, you need to understand that there are a lot of people working with campaigns. Could be designers, could be the SEO team, could be the Google Ads team, could be the newsletter team. So to understand that, what Necto does is actually provides you a framework on who is the relevant people that you should be speaking in order to understand that insight. So for instance, I remember this because yesterday we had a decrease in one campaign and we weren't understanding why. And Necto pushes to speak with one of the salespersons of the region. Now, it was odd to us, right? Because why would we speak with someone that is not related to the campaign? But that salesperson had a key understanding, and because it was looking to that data. And the reason of the decrease was that there was vacations on that specific day, in that specific location. And not just that, there was a decrease in campaigns, in traffic to that campaign because of that reason. So it wasn't so obvious for us because there are regions that we don't understand it. You have to understand that I know what is happening in USA, of course, because I'm there, but I don't understand what is happening in a location in China. So it's very important for me that the salesperson gave me the right context, and that was done through crowdsourcing, only through crowdsourcing. Guys, I'm going to wait because I see that there are a lot of personal questions over here. So if there are no more questions that are relevant to everyone, I will finish the webinar. I will allow you 30 seconds more to ask a more global question. I will answer to you one by one. Okay, so you have my email. If you need anything, please contact me. You will be receiving the recording of the webinar after we finish. It was a pleasure to speak with you guys. Thank you so much for your time. And looking forward to hear from you. Thank you very much.